the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Empty base.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Oh, good pick, Johnson.
The first play of the game. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Falcons force
Who is
the
Gray?
turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Way to start off. That double, boys.
They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft.
Jesus.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
Christian
As
Harris.
usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Oh, my God.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. He did an okay
They're
job
running a
of
3-4.
absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Oh, my God.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Prescott on play action.
That's mine. Let's go.
Looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Here's Penix. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
There we go.
He's got a man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. What a great play there. 87 yards. And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup. 16 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he has his first in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for him.
Still got Kendricks.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown.
All right, here we go. They got Dorian Strong too, taking kicks.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And he's off to a very poor start.
Let's strap him up.
2 interceptions. We'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
Empty base, come on.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look
Good D.
and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now a first carry.
There we go, Abdul.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Strap him up. Let's go.
This will not get close to the 1st down marker.
Good D, boys.
Down at the 26. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down. Don't
Tyler
take the sack.
Guyton's injured.
In this case, he's
Rico
able to
Dowdle's
get the pressure
injured.
and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down.
That's why they got Keldon and Gray starting.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27.
Ooh, okay, Ed. Okay, Ed. Let's go. Oh my God. Oh wow. Really? That's wild. His first punt return is in the playoffs.
That's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And that'll make the score 14-7.
He's only got like 92 speed or 91.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this.
Hey! Good hit, Jalen.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off the play fake, Prescott.
Oh my God, he's still running. Okay, Dak.
A lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands.
You gotta get that man, Abdul. They got Steele at left tackle?
Running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a 1st down there.
Prescott to throw it.
Good D.
And that is incomplete here.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
2nd and 10.
They got McMillan too, wearing 17.
To throw is Prescott.
Let's go, that's mine.
Prescott, his
Go, Peyton.
Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys.
That's that pick artist right there.
Ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
God damn.
And he can only manage to
See
get
Micah.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading.
Oh my God, what a rush.
He will go down.
Sam Williams.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite.
Good snag at that. Had an eye.
And get back into this game.
Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. And looking to throw, Penix.
Good snag, Golden.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll throw with Penix.
Good snag, Golden.
Is complete on the diving effort.
Good catch.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
2 picks by Peyton Wilson.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Penix to the air once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Good stuff.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 2nd down.
Oh my God, great blocking, guys.
That one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Good blocks.
Couldn't quite get there. Tackled down.
They got Rayshon Jenkins?
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate. But that last one,
I might have been able to go outside. They take the bait? Nah, they ain't taking the bait.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Oh yeah, let's go.
They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the
There's Sakai.
touchdown Atlanta. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work in the hard and finish in the end zone.
touchdown. Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Who's that? Devontae?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Dallas offense.
There's T-Mac.
Next drive.
Or number 17.
On the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's out of there. Wow. I got secure tackler on Peyton Wilson.
CD Lamb, 76 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
We've yet to see Keldon Johnson.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it.
Oh my God, guys.
For those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Penix.
Hey!
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Defense? Yeah, that's Mike Jack.
Well, obviously they never want to see penalties on that.
That's
defense,
amazing.
But this one, a little bit more
ball,
significant
Mike.
there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Wow, good D. Damone Clark wearing
As
52.
a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Looking to throw Penix. Forced
Okay.
out to his left.
I could have threw it to Gadsden. It was wide open.
This one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To the air, Penix.
Wow, good rush.
That is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Yeah.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. That was perfect from distance. He steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And he'll be up
There's
at the
McMillan.
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now he'll dump it underneath.
Good tackle.
Running back, complete. And
There's
only
Keldon.
able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Good sack, Abdul. There we go.
The sack, down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Two minute. They got Zach Martin long snapping. Crazy.
Divisional round weekend. Out now comes the Cowboys.
Can we get another one?
Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Returnable here from the 38.
Oh. Ah.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that we're going to do it. But you also put together your counters.
Unnecessary roughness.
After they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustments
Let's
to the
go.
adjustments.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught. Mitchell. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second down and a yard. Penix working out of the gun here. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, what a ball.
Could he get his feet down? No.
That's not a
incomplete.
fucking tutty.
Trying to get that one to his tight end.
I can't challenge it. Wow. Okay, I was about to say.
They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
That was a beautiful ball. What do you mean? Was his toe out?
Peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big
Oh yeah, that's
call
in.
here in the end zone.
That's in,
Not
Gatson.
just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Aubrey now for the point after.
Beautiful ball.
And the lead is now 24. So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cowboy offense
Let's go, Yak.
this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go.
Get to that man. Come on, fellas. I got to tackle. I know he's strong. He's a strong man.
And see if they can get some points out of it.
I got to get to him.
This defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Oh, yeah. Good D.
Incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Man in motion left, Mingo. Now a fake on the jet sweep.
Good D.
Instead run up the middle. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Oof. Zach Martin with a tackle.
5 yards on the return, and it will be Falcon football. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell.
Oh, my God.
Inside the 10. And he takes
Oh,
down
my
deep on the
God.
Cowboys side of the field.
That is
The
insane.
Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Everybody.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Ah! Jesus.
And he just throws this one away. Smart
I had
here this close to the
I had
end zone,
square
and he
open.
brings up 2nd down.
I couldn't get it to him.
1st and goal. If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Can we get some blocks here? Could we? No. We fucking can't, Jonah. Jesus.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix.
Good catch, Adonai. Oh, my God.
Adonai Mitchell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
And that's a lead that
All right, Golden over top.
To the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff. Because they don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And a round is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to
Tackle
get this
Hawkins.
out to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground.
Good tackle, boys.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Yep,
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Here's Koo to kick it off.
Yeah, just don't block.
To get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second and 5.
Good catch, Darnell.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Oh, right to Damone Clark.
Picked off by Damone Clark, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Get to that man. Come on. That's too many thrown away balls, guys. You got to sack that man.
Because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well. So give some credit to the defense.
Dak swinging this out quickly to left.
Oh my God.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now.
Get to that man, Coop. Good tackle.
No gain on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't
all right, here we go.
Score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the fireman.
Lipke, special teams demon.
Don't let him put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's
good D, Trey.
Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
Where are you stiff arming?
Side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There, to your right, not to your left. Why are you going to do a cross-body stiff arm? Fix your game, yeah.
It's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Probably had Hampton out the backfield.
If they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Penix.
Ooh.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Got Micah off ball.
A play fake. Now Penix going for the deep ball.
Oh, what a catch, Gadsden. Good throw, Mike.
Down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards.
Beautiful ball.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets in.
Let's go, Marion.
A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved him to the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well. His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, should have been a hitch, dude.
Just across the 25.
They got another return man back there.
Back out onto the field. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
Facts. Facts, Prescott.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them issues keeping the football.
Yeah, smack, Johnson.
And every game that's ever been played.
Johnson on Johnson.
All coaches talk about taking
Get your baby powder out.
And limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Prescott.
Get to that man, Abdul. There we go. Right up the middle.
Skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
He should be hot.
They'll need a big play
there
here.
It is.
Back in the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Oh yeah, just leave him wide open.
Taken in by Ferguson. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Oh, yeah, great.
Just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
Don't pick him up.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job.
Ooh, good D.
Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Penix.
Come on.
Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Adonai Mitchell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Aubrey good with a PAT.
Nice. I was initially going to come in here and try and run the ball a little more, but I ain't got no run blocking.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that
Pistol
this offense,
strong.
they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down, here's the option.
That ain't a fumble, though.
Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Let's go, Abdul.
As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Let's go, D.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And taken right on the 30. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And as we show you some
trying to get them
highlights
waves,
from
boy.
earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Ah, come on.
Got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Dancing to his left. Now a short.
No.
this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
I thought Trayvon would have went for the knees.
I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's got a man wide.
Was that a Texas route?
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That was a Texas route. Oh, my God.
It wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not,
Come on, Ned.
looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So we stop for no gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Oh, the ball
Good rush.
they hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Prescott.
Good D.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to
Let's see if we
matter
can get
much,
out of
but
here.
they
See if
get
I can
a little
clock.
closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Oh, my God. We got kneeling on kickoff. Should have obliterated Deuce.
Offense, they get ready to head back out here. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Yes, all right, Hampton, let's close it out here.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long
Dog. Oh,
my
my God.
Oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't
At least he's on the bench. He's not going to the.
When you're on the side that's being
At least he's not
to keep your head up and
going into the
play
tunnel.
hard, and that's what they're going through right now.
Of course, I'm trying to clock so I don't get injuries, and then of course.
Them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you
Bruised
want.
ribs.
Straight in,
We'll keep
positive
Stover.
game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on
ball,
3rd
Mike.
down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it up. And a loose foot.
Oh my God.
They've got it well
Good
across
recovery,
the field,
Golden.
down to the 40 before it's all
I
set.
see you, Omarion.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble lost.
Yeah,
Would have been a hurdle.
That stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Run, Mario.
For him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship.
2 minutes.
And he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2 minutes.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just
Bruised ribs, dude. That's crazy.
Got it here, 1st and 10.
Ooh, I got a tackle at tight end. Let's go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down.
Come on, Mario.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
I should do it.
43 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So the ball position
Come on, Mario.
The 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this
Way to get in there, boy.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And that's how you clock.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit.
60
right?
bird.
3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they are just
Yeah. Let's go, Mike. And my goal is to keep them under 14 points.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
God damn.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
Oh, hey, scoop it. Scoop it. Let's go.
One of the DBs has it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is
Stuff, Abdul.
T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you got to hand these out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure.
At least CD got him on the board.
Who's going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Garden. This has been a presentation of the NFL EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons.
Even a punt return, Teddy. Maybe 87-yarder to Golden right off the rip. Literally just a cut, and that was it. Somehow no one was fast enough to catch him. Peyton Wilson having a game. Yeah, we can get CD in there. Gotta get the boy in there. Beautiful. $14-yard loss. Nah, I'm out. Don't matter. What a game. And next week we will have the Panthers. Oh yeah, let's go J-Line. +1 strength, +2 tackle, +1 play reg. I'll take the strength. Oh, yeah. And the tackle. Very nice. Jalen about to be all around. All around you. Let's go Golden. +2 catch, +1 release, +1 deep route. Take that. Need all the help we can get on that. Alright, Beanie, let's go. +2 press, +3 zone, +1 man. Okay. I like that. Well, yeah. Until next week, we got ourselves another game against Wyatt. You hear me?